Our world is established on the religious consciousness, but the religious consciousness is supported by an energy field called the beast. Welcome to the other dimension with your host and psychospiritual coach, Victoria Elizabeth On. Today, we are making a detour from our discussion of the religious and the higher or crystal consciousness. I want us to look at that bandwidth of consciousness we call the beastly consciousness. I will be making this information very simple. But when an attempt is made to simplify a complex concept, accuracy in thought sometimes are sacrificed. But we do not have a problem with that, do we? We do not have a problem with that because we uphold the growth concept. And what we need is a starting point. Then we expect the student to grow beyond that point. And as they grow, the complex concept will be made clearer to them. So for us, it is not about getting everything right at the very moment. No, it is about establishing a starting point from which you may grow. Now, if you find this discussion to be too simple for you, I am suggesting that it is about time you pick up your copy of the Revelation of the Eternal Realm and Beyond Religiosity. All there is energy in motion, energy moving, and movement is life. Energy frequencies within the cosmos may be divided into two categories. One category refers to the ability to mentally conceptualize, while the other category refers to the ability to emotionally conceptualize. For short, we say there is a thinking category and there's a feeling category. Our focus today is on the feeling category, or the ability to emotionally conceptualize. Emotion is where your power lies. Your emotion is what motivates you to act. I like to say that emotion is energy in motion, and I use E for energy, emotion, energy in motion. You do not act unless your emotion is ignited. If your thought does not create a feeling in you, you neither attend to nor act on that thought. So emotion is important. In fact, all energy frequencies within the cosmos are of equal importance. But there's a flip side to emotional energy frequencies, especially when they dominate a cosmic unit, entity, or focal point. Emotional energy frequencies existing on their own is referred to as an uncontrolled energy frequency or uncontrolled energy frequencies or passion. And they are so called because they are destructive, they run wild, and they sway to and fro like a swinging pendulum. This moment they can be very nice, and then the next moment they're not so nice. Any unit of cosmic energy that is dominated by emotional energy frequencies is there referred to as a beast. They can be nice, as I said before, and they can be highly destructive. Now, without elaborating too much, I would like you to think about the operation of gods and archons. Notice the very thin line that exists between blessing and cursing where gods are concerned. This moment they'll bless you, and in a blink of an eye, they will curse you. Do you see that like button just below this video? Click that like button. Help us get this information to as many persons as is possible. Our world is established on the religious consciousness. But the religious consciousness is supported by an energy field that is predominantly emotional energy frequencies. In short, that which supports us, our parent and guide, is the beast. Energy frequencies that are emotional, unsupported, passion. Now, there's a constant flow of energy between this field and that of all the entities within it. But what we note is that passion consumes. In the Bible, Deuteronomy to be exact, we read that God is a consuming fire. In Psalm we read, fire goes before him and consumes his enemies. That God referred to is a passionate entity. Passion energy frequencies burn and consume. Passionate energy frequencies consume flesh and blood. And so, all the belief systems supplied by the realm, belief systems that should allow the spirit being to grow and to expand, to create sense making, to find meaning and purpose, all these belief systems have at their very root the expending of flesh and blood. So we get beliefs, which is energy vibration from the realm, and we return energy in the form of flesh and blood. The denser the vibration of the energy unit, the more gruesome the exchange of energy or the more gruesome the sacrifice. But as the consciousness advances, the exchange becomes less gruesome. But even at the highest state of consciousness and awareness that the realm can support, there is still this concept of flesh and blood sacrifice noted. The concept becomes an abstraction, but it is still there. There is still the drinking of blood and the eating of the flesh of a God-man, figuratively speaking. The concept of sacrifice for life and salvation streams along from fundamentalism to abstraction, but the concept remains even at the pinnacle of consciousness and awareness the realm supports. And those who have arrived at the pinnacle of consciousness and awareness the realm can support, look at those who exist at a denser frequency, energy frequency, and are disgusted by their action. In the revelation of the eternal realm, it is pointed out that the cosmos can be divided into two principles. We have the higher principle and the lower principle. The lower principle is the dark side of the cosmos, the dark side of the unfathomable energy. And when you have arrived at that point where the lower principle no longer makes sense to you, it is time for you to prepare to leave the lower principle. It is time to prepare yourself for the other dimension of consciousness and awareness. Think Big Coaching Academy points humanity in the direction we all need to take. This direction has as its foundation a belief system that brings everything together as a cosmic whole. If you find that the present belief systems have become irrelevant to you, pick up your copies of the Revelation of the Eternal Realm and Beyond Religiosity. Step out, step up into a higher plane of consciousness and awareness that supports a more advanced and fulfilling human existence.